Today we're going to be playing Red Black Koby. I ran into this list from locals, from Pete, so I appreciate you giving me your deck list to test out for the people today. And this deck list actually cooks. The leader effect says your sword characters can attack on the turn they are played, so you can attack characters with characters that you play on the turn that you play them, which you usually cannot do, giving pseudo rush to every single character that has the sword archetype. That would be Helmeppo, Koby, and I think those are mainly all the big ones that you really have to worry about. But those are the big three that we're going to be playing to attack characters on the turn they're played. How do we find these consistently? We play searchers like Peacock to look at the top 5. We play Sengoku to trash 2 cards, draw 3 cards, and you go even in hand size. We have a top 3 searcher here in the event that trashes the other 2 cards that fill up our trash, and you might be wondering why we fill up our trash. And trust me, I'm about to let you know. If you just give me a damn second. They were playing brand new. 2 of the brand news. This is a 2 cost that looks at the top 3 and does the same thing as the event. It grabs a Navy type character because all of our sword cards are also Navy. Very important because once per turn, when one of your Navy type characters with original power of 7,000 or less would be removed from your opponent's effects, you may instead place 3 cards from the trash at the bottom of the deck. So this is effectively in there to be an anti-removal, swing into your opponent's character deck that has a lot of consistency. We had some new support from PRBO2, being Koby. If your leader has a Navy type, this card has plus 1,000 power, so it's a 6k power card on our opponent's turn. And then when attacking, KO one of your opponent's base 3,000 power or less, which is very important that it says base because you cannot use power reduction to combo with the Koby. And then if you have 6 or less cards in your hand, draw 1 card. If you do not KO a card, you still draw 1 card. So just remember that. That is very important, that this can just be a draw 1. When attacking, draw 1. When attacking, draw 1. So we consistently are able to draw cards. So it's really strong in keeping this alive, just to continue to draw cards, KO small bodies, and do what you need to do. The idea of this deck is Helmeppo. Helmeppo is just one of the most important cards to play on curve. We always usually want to play going second into most matchups because of Helmeppo. Trash 1 card from your hand, draw 1, then play 1 sword type character with a cost of 8 or less from your trash other than Helmeppo. Then at the end of the turn, place 1 character played out by this effect at the bottom of the owner's deck. So we're able to cheat out 8 cost characters an entire turn early. And then it goes to the bottom of the deck. But if they can attack on the turn they're played, we get some strong effects, being Koby. This is the main one that you always want to cheat out. This Koby can be okay to draw a card, going +1, because you trash 1 card, draw 1 card, then you can play out Koby and then attack characters on the turn they're played. But this Koby has the ability to give a character the ability to attack active characters on the turn it's played. So we can cheat out an 8 cost 9k that can attack active characters because it can choose itself. And then when attacking, return 2 cards from your trash to the bottom of the deck. Give your leader or one of your characters plus 1,000 until the end of your opponent's turn, effectively, consistently making us into a 6,000 power leader. Now, we're also teching in this 1 cost. This says you may rest this card and place 1 character with an original power of 1,000 or less on the bottom of the deck. Draw 1 card. This is the Pete pick right here. That's what we're going to call it. This is the Pete pick because you can effectively use this in combination with Sengoku to trash 2 cards, you play the character out, then you draw 3 cards, then you mini-marry and draw 1 more card. Yes, you lose the mini-marry in hand, so we're 4 and 4, but if you can consistently do this over and over again, you go +1 and +1 and +1. So it's really strong into decks like Blue Purple Luffy specifically because of that matchup just being so miserable for us. Because of how late that game goes, this and the ability to draw is what kind of helps us win that match, specifically just the Blue Purple Luffy match. The issue is because we can only chain these so many times and find them so often that attacking their board when their active board when we're drawing cards and they're playing 9k characters, we're not getting much value out of it. So using this is not as strong into a Blue Purple Luffy as we would want it to be. So instead, we have to go with a whole different game plan of just drawing more cards into the late game and controlling board as much as we can, but really just go in as aggro as possible, just getting a bunch of bodies on the board and attacking in. That's also where Hina becomes clutch because she gives you 1 rest at dawn every single turn. So the blue-purple matchup, we're teched in very well because that is one of the most difficult meta matchups. The other one is going to be, another hard matchup is going to be Green Zoro because we're a 4-life leader. It's difficult to, even if you control their board, they can just go restand event, win the game. So you need to draw as much counter as possible into that matchup, which again, we can consistently do with all of the searching. We also have the ability to use the stage on Tashigi. This says you may rest this character. If your leader is a Navy type, give one of your characters plus 2,000 power during this turn. Well, we can combo this with the 1 cost, so we can go plus 2,000 on a character we played out. So say we have this 8 cost Koby, we want to give it plus 2,000 to swing 11 into an active character. Then we can bottom deck the Tashigi and go even in hand size and extra in power. You can also bottom deck Ripper if you really just don't need a blocker at the moment. This is something you can just get rid of. We're also running another blocker in the Rosinante. This is a 2-cost blocker that you can have on your board, so on an 8 dawn turn you can still play Koby and Rosinante if you don't have a Helmeppo to chain with the Koby. And we're playing Aramaki, which is what Pete said was one of the most important cards in the deck. You may trash this card if your leader has a Navy type. Choose up to one of your characters with the Navy type. That card can attack characters on the turn it's played. Then trash the top 2 cards of your deck. So it trashes itself, it puts 2 cards in the trash, automatically activating our leader effect so we can attack characters on the turn we're played and have the anti-removal synergy with our secondary leader effect. And it can allow cards like Koby to attack other 5,000 power characters and then KO a separate character, really just forcing cards out of our opponent's hand as early as possible. Then we can chain Aramaki to the bottom of the deck through our leader effect for the once per turn when one of your cards would be KO'd kind of effect, to then reuse Aramaki because of all the searching potential, to then find it again and use it again and go over and over. This card is really important into mini matchups, just giving you the ability to attack characters. So we can use this on Koby, or Koby can give itself the ability to attack active, and if we have it set up properly from Aramaki, we can then give Helmeppo the same effect. So if they do counter out of the Koby attack, and then we can still play Aramaki on after, to then give Helmeppo the ability to attack characters, and then attack another active character, and really just control the board through non-counter events, which is really nice because Black was always Lucci, was always removing cards with characters and events. Well, now we do it through attacking them, and it's a little more fun, it's a little more interesting, and I like that Koby's a lot different. So that's your deck profile here for Koby. We're gonna be taking it on the sim today, testing it out. I'm not gonna play as good as Pete would because Pete has been no-lifing this deck. I see it all the time at locals, and he's done very well, consistently winning our locals with it at least. So if you no-life a deck and you consistently give your best effort, you will definitely win locals. So keep up the hard work at your locals and bigger tournaments, whatever you're into. Subscribe while you're at it. You might as well. It's a free way to support your boy. And let's play some Koby in the PRBO2 meta, which is dated to, whoops, wrong hand, watch time. We got like 2 weeks left. So get it in while you can, because then we're going to Emu, Ace, or Zoro. You got one of the big three to choose from, and then you're done. Good luck, and let's have some fun today. We're going to take on a red-green smoker. We're going to take second because we both like second. We do have the Mini Mary combo. We have the Koby. I don't really want to trash a Helmeppo and a Ripper early. We'll have to keep and then see if we can draw cards from Koby to then use this in Goku. Well, 2 of them, I think we'd be okay. 2 of them, I'm going to do it just because we have it. We're going to trash the Ripper, draw 3 cards. Not the greatest draws. I'm going to go ahead and do this just to do it and get value out of it. Draw an extra card and pass to our opponent. We can play it on Koby on this next turn. We haven't found too many good cards. Finding too many of the mini Marys cannot always be good, but it can be trashed off the Helmeppo. We do have a lot of searching here, so it really depends on if we want to go consistency or draw power, kind of depending on what our opponent does play out. I think I'd rather go for draw power here, especially if they're gonna, swing 7 and we have like nothing but bricks. We just take this, we will have a lot of cards in hand. We do at least find the Koby. Now that we have the full combo, do we go with Koby instead? Now we have too many cards in hand for our leader ability. I think we can just swing 7 and go Helmeppo into Koby on the next turn. I think that's going to be the best option here. Maybe swing 5 to force cards out of our opponent's hand and put up a blocker in case they play the 5-cost 7k. So I think we're just going to swing a little 5 poke here, kind of setting up to empty out our hand a little more to then get value out of our Koby later in the game. So we're going to look at the top 3. We'll grab a Helmeppo. We're going to look at the top 3. We'll grab a Aramaki for a 2k counter. And then I think we just play the Rosinante we talked about. We could go with Aramaki to then set up for our other characters. Would we ever want to do that? Now that we have a Koby in the trash, we can trash the stage and play the Koby off the Helmeppo. I think we go with the blocker instead. I don't think we're going to need to have 2 attacks into their characters. We did swing 5 and they did take, so it was better than swinging the 7 and we were able to play the blocker. They did things correctly. They get to look at the top 5. It's going to be tough. This may actually be tough because it could have been good to go Aramaki, Koby, and then draw a card. Based off how the hand's going. They're drawing the Kinemon. That's going to be a 2k counter. It's Punk, Hazard Searchable, and Slash Searchable, so the Prona gets a lot of value there. If they play a 4-cost, we play out Helmeppo into Koby. We will lose a Koby. Obviously, the Koby does go to the bottom of the deck, but we have a lot of searching. Let's organize our hand a little more, because this does not look beautiful. I'm going to put this all the way to the side. They do play the Koby. We do not want to give them the ability to draw that many cards. We're going to counter for 1k here and empty out our hand size a little bit. And yeah, I want to remove this because this is 7k. The Aramaki would have been good to swing 7 and then 9 to get 2 cards out of our opponent's hand rather than just the 1, but it'll be okay. We're going to trash the Mini Mary, we're going to cheat out the Koby, we're going to give the ability to attack active characters to Koby because he's a 9k. We're going to go ahead and swing 9 into the Koby, use the card action. We could go extra power, but I don't think we do. I would like to draw into Ripper later on. I think that's a good draw. The Tashigi's definitely not bad, so we'll put both of those and we'll give plus 1,000 to our leader. You can get through your entire deck here. The issue is, now that they give us 2k, 1k, we swing 6 in a leader, and if they take, you know, they're losing hand size, they're losing valuable options. They don't really have anything to KO. They can KO something with the Koby here, with the Rosinante paired together, but I think we're kind of okay with that. They pop the Rosinante, we just put 3 cards at the bottom of the deck. I think we're fine. We're all good. We just pass to our opponent, the Koby goes to the bottom of the deck. We can either Helmeppo Koby next turn, which probably is going to be the strongest play, depending on what they play. Obviously, that's always the most important part. Aramaki there would have been nice. Getting 1 more card out of hand maybe would have been better than the Rosinante, but it's hard to look that far into the future. They play Gum Gum Mulgun, give this minus 5,000 power, but they have to have a 6,000 power character. It's a little bit of a misplay from our opponent. They should have attached the Dawn. I get it. I do it all the time. Because then they were going to use this to remove a character. We're going to use the Koby. Lose a lot of cards from our trash here. We will use the Koby though. I think it's the best play line. We put cards that we actually want to draw at the bottom, which would again be Searcher Event, Rosinante, and Ripper. I think we put Ripper on the bottom. We could have put Helmeppo maybe. Maybe that would have been good. We will... Do we ever 2k this or do we just take? I think we just take. I think we do just take. Because they're only swinging 6. No, they're restanding 2 Dawns, so they'd swing even bigger. So we 2k and then we block. I think that's the best play line here. Because now they're going to restand 2 Dawn since this is a 7k with the Smoker ability. They could either then play a 3-cost Tashigi, which we don't really care about. They should restand the 2 Dawn at least. There we go. Now they're going to swing 8 and we can just block, or we can just take. I think since we have the blocker, we're okay taking. Because we're not going to play out Koby right now. So I think we do actually take. We find a 2k counter. I think we can hold this for later. The Koby's just so strong. Being a 7k, getting plus 1,000 from the own effect and then 1,000 from the Smoker effect. It's just strong, man. That is just insanely strong. Now we could just straight up play out Koby, but I think Helmeppo and a Koby is just going to be better here. We'd have 2 extra Dawn to then get rid of our event in hand. So we'll go 6, trash Koby to play out Koby, and then give itself the ability to attack active. Not that it matters, because we're just going to swing 9 into Koby here. We're going to use the card action to then place 3 cards on the bottom of the deck. We could go with the Helmeppo, or no, 2 cards. I think we go Aramaki and Helmeppo, I think, are the correct ones. Then we give plus 1,000 to our leader, because now we can still swing 7 technically into this. We can also 1-cost event. They save it. Okay. Let's go 7 more since we can attack characters on the turn when played. Make sure you always attack with a character that can attack characters on the turn it's played. That's always going to be important. Let's just tax the hand like crazy here. We're going to then get every single card we can. They're only going to draw 1 card from this, so I think saving it with so much effort is not the right choice. We're going to fill up the trash here. Could grab Aramaki. Aramaki, Sengoku, trash 2 cards, draw 3. Hina's not the best option here. I think Aramaki is just better. Would we ever Sengoku away 2 2k counters? I don't think so. Granted, we will go +1 in hand size. I just don't find enough value there. I think we're better swinging 7 more into the Koby, getting another card out of our opponent's hand. They didn't even have enough to do so. We put the Koby at the bottom of the deck again, and now we can kind of go through and find it. We've done a lot of searching. We now have 6 cards in our trash, refilling it. We can then Aramaki to attack this Helmeppo with just a lot of effort. They get to restand 2 Dawn and then restand more with leader. Now we get to save our character here thanks to our leader ability. We'll put Hina, the 1-cost, and Kujaku at the bottom, and then save the Helmeppo from getting KO'd. Then they can swing into it. They're going to go 5 and 5, it looks like, because we just would block out of this. So we'll block this. If they want to go 5 with Perona, we could let it go, but I don't think that's... It would be hard to give up an Aramaki here to save it, you know, because the Aramaki is going to allow us to attack the active characters, and we're playing the long game here. I think we actually just go... We let it go, I think. Because we can Helmeppo into Koby. So now we can Helmeppo. We could Sengoku first. Let's Sengoku. Trashing Hina and Bogard. Draw 3. Now we have 6 cards in hand no, we have 7 cards in hand. Okay, so we can Helmeppo, trash the Mini Mary, and play out Koby. We have 6 cards in hand now, so we can attack the Koby. We can attack into Perona and then just KO Perona and draw a card. Didn't really matter which one. We did end up drawing the Koby there. We could Aramaki, but I don't think Aramaki gets enough value out of attacking the Mihawk. We did see they were low on counter. They are low on counter. Then we could just play out a blocker. Let's rest the stage and draw 1 card now from the Sengoku. Because we could always Sengoku again. Sengoku away, maybe the Koby, but then we don't have Helmeppo. But we do know Helmeppo is in the trash. We know 2 were on the board. We know 1 went to the bottom of the deck. So I think we do Aramaki here. No. Let's just swing 5 at face and see what they decide to do. If they block out, we don't have to Aramaki. If they take, then we just kind of, I think we just go in a little more. Because the pressure on face here would be a little more important. Because we can Sengoku, we can still block her up. We have plenty of options here. We do have to kind of worry about Hody Jones in this situation, don't we? So would we ever lose to Hody Jones? It would be 8, 8, 10. And we have 2K, 2K, 1K, 1K, 1K. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so since they took, I don't think we're going to be attacking the Mihawk here. Let's swing 8 into face, because they would have to block him 1K. Now is it worth getting 1 card out? I don't think so. I think it's better just to play the blocker. We could Sengoku away the 8 cost, though. The 8 cost may be good next turn. Let's just play a blocker and pass to our opponent, bottom decking the Koby. We're able to draw cards. We have enough counter in case they do play it on Hody Jones and go for game. Them taking so aggressively kind of tells me Hody Jones. Looks like they may not have it. Perona into a top 5 searcher. They could also use the event, but that doesn't save them either. They grab a smoker. They need to block her up, so they're going to play maybe another Mihawk, restand 4 Dawn. So this is going to get a little more grindy than we wanted, but I think that's going to be okay, especially because we have the Koby already in hand to then attack characters on the turn it's played. So now they're going to Koby, or they're going to Mihawk, restand 2 Dawn. Now they tap 5 for Smoker, restand 1 Dawn. We've seen this before. Well, we haven't seen this specific line, but we've seen lines like this before. So we need to find some Rippers, it looks like. I think we have 2 Rippers that went to the bottom of the deck. They're just going to swing 6. We're going to 2K out with the Berry Good. I'd rather hold the Aramaki just in case we need to attack active characters. We do get the Ripper. Koby's a nice play here. Sengoku could also be a nice play, trashing the Hina and... We would need more draw power for Sengoku to feel good, because I don't want to trash Ripper, I don't want to trash Aramaki, and you can't trash red characters here. So I think we do just go... They left 2 Dawn active, man. That's not good. Do we press in first? How do we stay alive? That's my biggest thing. How do we stay alive against Hody Jones? I think we go 8 into face to start. It's going to force a blocker or counter. Since they have 0 life, they have to get out of this, since they took so aggressively. So they block and 1K. I don't think that's the right choice in this situation. Do we commit this much? My biggest worry again is Hody Jones. That's a lot of commitment though if they still have the 2 Dawn. Because then we can't Ripper. If we attach a Dawn, we can't Koby. So we could Sengoku away Koby and Hina. Maybe that is the play line. I think we hit them with 8 more into face and see what they decide to do. Because if they block in 1K, maybe we go in. I think we just stay alive, though. We're just getting cards out of hand. I don't think we lose next turn. Especially if we're going +1 here. Because then we can still play down Koby as active to then have attacking characters in case they go into our board instead. But they can't really commit. They play Spiderweb. Set one of your characters as active. Well, they went ahead and committed a 2-cost event for that attack. So I do think Sengoku first. We'll trash the Koby and the Hina to draw 3 cards. Then we'll put the Sengoku at the bottom to draw 1 card. Kujaku could be nice for later on. For a top 5 searcher. I think we go ahead and play Kujaku. See if there's something we'd rather play later. We'll grab an Aramaki here. We need to swing... We need to just play Ripper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we just play swing 10 and then play Ripper. Because that's going to force the block, and they lose the blocker guaranteed here now. And then even to Hody Jones, we just don't lose. Because we have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. That's guaranteed to get it because they block, it dies. They only have a 2K in hand at most. We are assuming it's no counter, but we'd rather not risk it. We play out another blocker. They have to have a Hody Jones out of 2 cards to card pool. Hody Jones would be 7. Yep, so they do have the Hody Jones here. Now they rest both of our blockers. They restand 2 Dawn. They restand another Dawn with Smoker. Do we worry about the Banish? I think we have enough cards in hand even with Banish, because now it's going to be 7. If it's 7, we counter it. If they swing bigger on the Banish, then I think we just let it go. They're going to swing 9 Banish. Then it'll be 9, 9. They can still restand 1 Dawn, so it could be 8, 9, 9. So if we take this is 2K, 2K, 1K, 2K, 1K, or 2K, 2K, and then we just stay alive. If this goes through, I think we're still okay because of how they had to commit the 9 first to guarantee the Banish. We only lost a 1K, so I think we're okay to take the Banish rather than losing 3 cards, because when they swing 8, we counter that. Yep, so we just go 2K, 2K. Keep your Aramakis just in case. There's not really a way where they can't commit here fully. Like, they have to commit all the way. They swing another 8. We go 2K, 2K. Now if they go 6 and 5, we still don't lose. So even if they split with the Perone and the leader, which is what they'd have to do now, we can just take the 5 and then counter out of the 6. It could also be 7, since I don't think they've restood one with the Smoker. But since they're swinging a 5, you just give them a 1K, get out of it. Then they can swing 6, but it's just GG's guaranteed. Even though we had the Hody Jones to deal with, we still got the game. I don't think them using the event was the right choice, because we just have anti-removal. I get maybe lowering it down and then, swinging into it like they did on the other turn. But even when they played on the first turn, we just put 3 cards at the bottom of the trash and put it at the bottom of the deck. Perfectly fine. We're about to top deck another Ripper, which I think is one of the ones we bottom decked earlier. And it shows you how fast you filter through this deck, man. You have so much searching and consistency. So, hey, GG's to the Smoker player. That was a good first game, good first showing, but let's play some more and see how it does. Alright, so because I talked about this matchup, I'm going to take this matchup on. I am going to still take second and see how we can do. We're going to mulligan that hand because we don't need 2 of the blockers that early. The Sengoku's nice, the Aramaki's nice, the Koby's nice. It kind of just depends on what kind of package the purple Luffy's playing. If they're playing the 3-cost Zoro, or whatever that ramps him Dawn, the Aramaki will be very nice. If not, it's not as good, to be honest. Ooh, this is not great either. I would love to Aramaki early into the Koby just to have it set up, but then we wouldn't have enough 2K counters. Granted, we can take the first attack. It's more just setting up in case they're playing the 3-cost to then Koby early to draw cards, which I think is just going to be better here. At least that's what we're going to try to do. Pass. Yeah, I think this is the right play line, but it's also tough to say in this match specifically. We don't even have enough cards to trash now from Aramaki. Gear 2, nothing. Okay, take. We don't have anything to attack into because they did play Gear 2 to ramp, and they're not playing the 3-cost. Most aren't nowadays. We could... I think consistency is going to be a little more important here. So look at the top 5. We're trying to find the 8-cost. We could grab the Hina. The Hina is actually really good in this match, as we talked about. I don't hate the Hina. I hate having only 1 2K. We could Sengoku, but then we have to trash the Sengoku in a very good, so then we would need some 2Ks just in case we don't find any in our hand, because I don't really want to take this next life. Hina this late doesn't feel great, because we needed it exactly on our 4-Dawn curve. So I think we go with the... 2K here now in this situation. Then we'll Sengoku. We're going to trash the other Sengoku. We trash just 2 berry goods. We trashed 1. I think we only trashed... I think that's all we trash. Now we play Ripper, so we're just going to swing 6 into our opponent. Now that we at least have an option to play out the Ripper, and then we still have our 8-cost here ready to go. In case they're playing characters, more than likely they're not. But, it is what it is. They're going to God Thread, just to ramp the Dawn mainly. They're going to trash, KO the Ripper. I'm not going to let the Ripper go this early, because I am greedy. We're going to go... Rosinante, Bogard, Sengoku. Sengoku to the top, of course, because I believe the last one you choose does go to the top. They have 2 active Dawn. If they leave 2 active Dawn, we're not going to attack in. We will 2K out of this. And then I think we're just going to be playing out a raw Helmeppo here. I don't think we Helmeppo Koby. There's nothing to attack into, so I don't find the value out of it. And we're not going to attack them because they have 2 Dawn active. That's screaming that that would be the ramp event, and I don't want to deal with that now that they're down to 2 life. So I think we just play out a raw Helmeppo and get no value. We could still trash a card to draw a card, just don't cheat anything out. I don't love it. I'm going to be honest, I definitely don't love it. Because the Koby would be nice to draw a card, but then we have 2 extra Dawn, 1 Dawn for leader, 1 Dawn for the Koby to attack in. Could just play Koby to draw cards, but I think we just play a raw Helmeppo here and pass. I think that's how weak this turn's going to be. Because I really want to keep the Helmeppo for next turn with the Koby. I could have trashed the Koby to draw 1 card, just didn't find enough value out of it. I may block this. I don't think I want to take again. I could be playing a bounce character here. That'd be kind of bad. They're hitting their Dawn. They're hitting their curves. I feel like we just take. I feel like we take, yeah. Yep, we're going to take. Alright, they play the Rush Luffy. We're going to block out of that for sure. Block out of that for sure. Playing a 10k here, tough. Man, really freaking tough, I'm not going to lie to you. Now we can Helmeppo into the Koby. We could play over top of the Koby to put it back into the trash. But triple Koby in hand, I'm not loving. I'm not going to lie. I am not loving that at all. They don't even have an active character. So what we're going to do here is Helmeppo, trash Koby to play Koby over top of Sengoku. We're going to give itself the ability to attack active, not that it matters. We're going to pop Kujaku to give Koby the ability to attack this turn. We could Sengoku and trash our 2/2Ks, but I don't think that's good. This is to show you how bad this matchup can really be. We're going to go 10. We're going to place 2 cards at the bottom of the deck, which is going to be a Ripper and a 2K. Because I think that's all we want to find. We're going to go plus 1,000 to leader so that we can swing 6 and still be a 6k leader. They counter out, of course, to save it. We're going to go 6 in a face. I would love to find a Ripper here, but we just don't have one. We'll go... Damn, this sucks. This is such a horrible pool. Because the Aramaki's not getting value at this point. We're going with the 9 cost 10k rush option. So I think we just go 8 in the face. We could go 9, I guess. Because, I mean, what else? There's nothing in hand. I don't want to play the Sengoku in this situation. So I think we just hit him with the 9 in the face and then pass. So we got him down to 1. We're not in the greatest situation here, to be honest. We have 2 2Ks. They grab a Gum Gum Giant. They have 7 cards in hand. And they're just building up, man. This is where the blue-purple is just so good. We could 2K, 2K. They don't play another rush one here for sure. So we could save it, which I don't hate saving it in this situation. I think we just have to go wide here. Double Koby probably next turn. So I don't think, but 2K, 2K, then they play a 9 cost into a 9 cost. They swing 6 in a lead, then we 1K. I think we have to save the board. I think in this situation you kind of have to. Then they go 6 in a face. We go 1K out of that. Then do they play the 8 cost rush? No, they play 9 cost Sanji into 5 cost Nami. I don't love that they're playing the Nami. Draw 3, put 2 cards on the bottom. I think Kujaku here is pretty good because we can go ahead and get value out of it. Look at the top 5. Hina's nice. Is it nice in this situation? I think so, actually. I think now we're in a spot where we can kind of play Hina just due to where the hand size is. The issue is not finding any blockers. We kind of need a blocker sometime soon. I'm not going to lie. We definitely need a blocker sometime soon here. So let's go ahead and grab the Rosinante. We're going to pop the Aramaki to give Helmeppo the ability to attack characters this turn. And then just to fill up the trash a little more, then we can swing 8 into the Nami just to get cards out of hand, or they can just let it go. We're kind of fine either way. We can still swing 8 in the face, 2, 4, so we can swing 7 more. They save it. That's wild to me. Already committing your Gum Gum Giant. We're going to swing 8, and then we have 2 extra Dawn after that. So we're on a 4 and 2, so I think we actually go 7, then 8. Just get a 2K, and then probably the blocker after that, I would assume, because it's just a simple 2K. This is just such a hard match, man. Like, just going through this match altogether, now they block. It's literally exactly as we wrote it up. We play out 2 characters, we get a blocker on the board, we pass. So basically they can't really control our Rosinante, but now they can swing into our board. So maybe committing the board there was incorrect, but I think we needed to get some kind of pressure applied. Dude, this is a horrible pool as well. Yep, into 10. They swing 9 into 7. We're just going to block out to save it. Now if they, commit a lot of Dawn to their leader, they could go 3 Dawn on leader. swing into it, leave a bunch of Dawn active, or play a Rosinante, discard an event, draw 2 cards, restand 2, so then they still have like 3 Dawn active after that, I believe. And then they'd still be swinging 9 Helmeppo, either forcing our entire hand, but leaving a lot of Dawn active to then counter out of our, 2 attacks, 3 attacks potentially. And I think we're just kind of down bad. Yeah, they're going to swing 11 into Helmeppo, you got it. And they're just going to leave 5 Dawn active. What else would you need to do? Like, what else would you need to do? Top decking the Koby just doesn't do what we need to, man. It doesn't do what we need to. We can draw a card here, maybe. There's not a lot of value here, man. It kind of sucks. We're going to swing 6 and choose no cards, draw a card. We do get the Helmeppo to at least get 2 bodies on the board. So we're going to go Helmeppo, trash Koby, to play Koby. Damn, getting another Koby is kind of dog water too. Could Kujaku to draw more cards, but I don't think that gets us where it needs to either. So we get out the Koby, give itself the ability to attack active. Again, not that it matters. We'll go ahead and go... We could go 6 in the face, but they know they don't lose, so they just let it go. We're going to go with the 9 to the Zonji first. I don't think we can commit 11. They have so much counter, man. I feel like this is definitely a lost cause. Holy cow. Pete, how would you ever do this? They just give us a 1K, of course. Then we go 8-8. I don't think there's much else to do. We can't sing Goku. So yeah, I think we just commit the Helmeppo first. 8 and... Oh, we can't even swing 8 in the face. Looks like we're going 9 to Zonji. Yeah, 1K, 6 in the face. They can literally just take if they wanted to, but they probably just 1K out of that as well. They gear 2. Okay, maybe there's a... So you're telling me there's a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. We really need to find a Ripper, dude. Ripper's really important for this match. We needed to find the Going Merry. We didn't find that. We didn't find Hina on curve to get the +1 Dawn. 10 in the face. Yeah, I guess I'll take. I guess, if I have to. There's our Ripper. We don't find it early enough. We needed it last turn to have that 1 extra Dawn to play the Ripper there. I don't think we had another way to draw. They go 10 more in the face. We'd have to 2K, 2K, 2K. Then they probably play a rush option if they don't. They go 8-7. We have to take that. Now they just commit the 19 or the 20 in the face or 15 in the face, because they put 9 on. If we could counter that though, maybe we win. Looking at our opponent's hand, 2K, 2K, and 2 events. So yeah, actually, I think if we did actually get out of that, we could have if it was 2K, 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 2K. But man, that's a tough match. I'm throwing that in there just so you guys can see how quick and easy that match can be for our opponent, because that was not played optimally, I'm assuming at least, but again, altogether, you need to play perfectly on curve to really beat Blue Purple. That is one of your toughest matchups. Now, let's go play some matchups we can actually win. We're gonna take on a Kuzan, and we're gonna take second, because second's what they like, second's what I like. We're gonna keep this for sure, because we just have so many searchers. When you have this many searchers in one hand, I think it's just a consistent keep. We can go with the 1 cost event, then a Kujaku, go ahead and set up for potentially playing Hina on the next turn if we need to. They play Red Rocks and Gravity Blades. We don't have to worry about that, thank goodness. And we get value to the cards that are played on play, so the Kuzan gets less value as well. So I'm hoping this is a good matchup for us, especially going into a blue Kuzan. 1 Dawn, nothing. I like that. Look at the top 3. Ooh, Helmeppo's nice here, but Aramaki potentially could be good to set up into the next turn. But next turn they play out, not really anything that powerful that's worth attacking into on the turns played. So I don't think it's worth using an Aramaki. I think we should go with Helmeppo. We can find another one off the Kujaku here. Yeah, see how simple that was? Could grab a Hina. We already have a Hina. I think just the 2K is just better, especially because we have almost all the pieces. We just need a Kujaku into a 8 cost. That's all we're really missing here. Pass to our opponent. 5 life leader. Ain't always easy. Ain't always easy. They may just swing a big 8. They may play down the 3 cost that draws them a bunch of cards. They go +1 from the Sengoku. They trash 2 cards, draw 2 cards, and then draw 2 from this or something like that. It's weird. But they go +1. I remember that. That's about all I remember, though, because this deck is not played often because it's not been doing the greatest. Yeah, the Sengoku. Trash 1 card, reveal 2 Navy types, draw those, and then you draw 1 card for your leader effect. That means you trash a card. Effectively going, what, +2? +1 in hand size. They grab a Kuzan and a 3-cost Hina that stops the blockers. They swing 5 in the face here. Dude, we could have swung the 5 straight into Sengoku and drawn a card. That would have been nice. That would have been nuts, actually. Sengoku's just really good. Do I ever want to give up Sengoku? I don't think so. I don't think I want to get rid of a card that's in my hand right now, man. This is tough. The issue is just not having everything we need right away, man. Feels like every time I go against my opponents, they always have what they need. We could Hina next turn. We could Koby. I think drawing cards is just really important in this match. Aramaki loses value. I just don't want to give up a 2K. Do I just take this? We'll just take it. I'm going to be greedy. I think I'm just going to be greedy and take that. We have Koby, but Koby's just not good right now. Unless they split like 5 and 5, but now we don't have our 8 cost, so we have to Kujaku, and still not find an 8 cost is crazy. We can now Sengoku, trash Hina and Sengoku, or Hina and Aramaki. We already committed this way, so I think we do go Sengoku. We have to worry about putting as well, man, that's tough. We trash a Hina for sure, and I don't want to trash the other Sengoku in case we need it. But you just can't choose the Kobys. I don't want to trash Helmeppo. I don't want to trash Aramaki. But I'm going to trash Aramaki. Oh my Lanta. Okay, let's try this again. We're going to trash 2 brand news, draw 3. Alright, we finally find our combo. We at least have our combo for our next turn, and then we're going to swing 5 in the face, and then we're going to play out a Ripper. That's about as much value as we're getting here. That is literally it. We can replace both the Sengokus when we Helmeppo and go into the whole combo thing. So, play Ripper and pass. We're trying to limit our hand size so they don't pudding us, because pudding is just really good in a blue deck. We finally find all our combo pieces, which is why pudding would be really strong here. Especially on curve, they swing, they play pudding and then swing 6. I think that's pretty good. They go Marco instead. It's going to draw 2 cards on KO. They swing 5 in a face. We will just counter 1 here with a Koby, and then we'll hold the blocker and the 2K counter. We do have the ability to attack active characters on the turn that they're played, which is very nice. We're going to go over top of Sengoku. We're going to trash Koby. Play out Koby over top of Sengoku. We'll give itself the ability to attack active. I think that's just going to be the best. And then they don't really have much pressure. They're going on the 7 Dawn. They'll have the 1 Dawn anyways to swing 6. So I think we actually just give himself the ability to attack active. And I think we go... I think we just pop a Kujaku, give plus 1,000 to the Koby, and then swing 10 into the Marco. We'll place 2 cards at the bottom of the deck, which would be... In this situation, I think Kujaku and Aramaki. It could have been double Aramaki as well. Give plus 1,000 to the leader, so even if they do get out of this, they'd probably just let it go, though. I mean, you draw 2 cards. Why would you ever counter to draw 2 cards? That wouldn't make sense to me, personally. Then we're just going to swing 6 in a face. Yep, they just draw the 2. We swing 6. They could even take this. Dude, we don't have a way to control their hand size. We don't have, like, a 6-cost Nico Robin in our deck to make them trash 2 cards. Probably just get out of this as well. They Pheasant Peck this early? Are you serious? What? That's crazy. That is crazy to me. Bottom deck the Koby. We can just play Koby on curve on the next turn. They can play Kuzan here, stop Helmeppo from attacking. Then still swing 6 at us, which we will 1k out of with probably the Rosinante in this situation. Holding the Koby in case we need it for Sengoku. I don't think it's the most important for Sengoku, though. Stopping this is pretty strong, though. We do have the Kujaku now to swing 10 into the Kuzan. They have drawn a ton of cards, but we did at least remove the blocker, which is nice. They have 9 cards in hand. We really need to hit that hand size as soon as possible. I think we just play Koby on curve. They can swing 5 here, but that doesn't do anything. They leave 1 up for Pheasant Peck, potentially. But 10 into Kuzan, I don't think Pheasant Peck would work, so they don't Pheasant Peck. They instead grab Garp here with Tashigi. Look at that top 5, grabbing a Navy type. 5 in the face, doesn't do anything, so good job. I think we just go with the 8 cost here. Give himself the ability. We could Helmeppo into the 8 cost, have the additional Dawn to swing just huge into Kuzan. We can go plus 1,000 and then 2 Dawn on him. So it'd be 10, 11, 12. I actually kind of like that. I actually really like that. I actually like that a lot. We're going to pop Kujaku, plus 1,000. You could also play it over top of the Koby after to then put it to the bottom of the trash so that you can still use it next turn. But hey, we ain't doing that here. We're going to go really big into the Kuzan. Use the card action. We're going to place 3 cards at the bottom of the trash, which I think is just going to be... You always leave Kujaku because it is something to play off Helmeppo in case. I think we just go Sengoku and Aramaki, plus 1,000 a leader. We now have an Aramaki at the bottom of our deck. We're filtering through. We have 29 cards, so we've seen about 15 of those, maybe more actually at this point, because we have been putting cards back. This is forcing cards out really early, which is really good for us. Getting a 2K, 2K, and a 1K in a deck that runs a ton of bricks puts them in a tough spot, because they have not filtered a ton. They drew 2 cards, they Pheasant Pecked, and they Tashigi'd, but we know this Tashigi grabbed a brick. We know this grabbed the Kuzan and a 2K counter Hina. So they may only have the Hina as the 2K, because this deck does not consistently find its 2Ks often, at least this early into the game. But they definitely counter this. Like, you don't want to lose your whole board already, right? Right? I mean, you're getting 1 more card also from us attacking their life. There is also merit into maybe just not attacking them so aggressively. We will at least have a blocker on the board, which is nice. They could also stop the other Helmeppo from attacking. Helmeppos are going to put a lot of pressure. Let's see what they decide to do, though. They didn't leave the 1 Dawn active for the Pheasant Peck, which I think can help with their characters. Yes, it could have. They 2K, 2K, 1K. Boom. Good job by our opponent. Saving it, I think, is definitely the right choice. We swing 6 in the face here. We're going to block out of the 8, by the way, and counter the 5 more than likely because they're going to a 9 Dawn turn. They counter that as well, dude. They want to stay up in life. It's kind of crazy. All right, Koby goes to the bottom. Koby's gone. We now have 2 Kobys at the bottom of our deck, about, 4 cards from the bottom, and now the bottom card. So, not probably going to see those, at least with the hand we have. We have draw power, but we don't have much else. You can't always just attack Koby blindly just to draw a card. They Sakazuki. That's going to draw 2 cards just from the effect of Sakazuki and then get 1 Arrested Dawn. So they trash 1 card, get Arrested Dawn just to go probably 6. They swing 8. I think we just... Do we ever take that? Koby wouldn't draw cards then. We have to play cards and play Koby. I think we do just take that, actually. Ooh, good thing we took that. I like taking that now. I'm glad we did that. Yo, clip that. Perfect. Perfect. Because if they swing 6, like, we'll just counter out. They could have gotten a free Dawn from Sakazuki just trashing a card, but maybe they have everything they want. We're going to trash a Koby here. We're going to play Koby. And I think we remove the Sakazuki. We definitely play Koby here. We give itself the ability to attack active. And we go... I think just 10 into Sakazuki, use the card action. Again, just getting cards out of our opponent's hand. Now I think we put probably Sengoku and Very Good at the bottom, and then plus 1,000 to Leader, I think, in this situation, especially because it's 8Ks. That'd be 2K, 2K. We have a lot of 2K, so maybe not Leader. Maybe we go plus 1,000 to Helmeppo to swing 8 into the Kuzan after. Could attach the Dawn. No, we just, we just go on Leader. We're going to swing 8 with Helmeppo and a Kuzan and 7 in the face. So we're just going to go get as many cards as we can. The Sakazuki's nice. Could have Aramaki the Helmeppo and gone 8 more with an active character. But I think just 8 into a character at all is just important, especially in this matchup where we're just really taxing their hand. I think that's really important. Now we go 6 in the face. They either have to choose to control our board or not in this situation, especially because we do at least have a blocker. We go 7 in the face. We get them down to 2 life. Maybe there's merit into not attacking as well, just to starve them out of cards. But hey, that's someone else's problem. We now have a full board. This did not go to the bottom of the deck because we didn't play it off of Helmeppo. Helmeppo is the card that bottom decks it, not Koby itself, so Koby will stay on the board. They're going to tap 8 Dawn here. It looks like to play out another Garp. Really taking a wide board here. Trashing a Kuzan. That's going to be a brick. To then play out a character, which is more than likely going to be Sakazuki, in my opinion. No, they go with another Kuzan. So they draw a card for Garp, they draw a card for Kuzan. They trash a card for Kuzan, then they draw a card, then they draw a card for Garp. So they have to, they're going to have 4 cards in hand. They stop the Koby from attacking this turn. And then they have 2 additional Dawn. They could go maybe 9 and 9 in Helmeppo. We can counter 1, block 1, 2K, 1K. Did we ever give up the Koby? I don't think so. I don't think we would. This gives sword type characters. Hibari would be really nice right now. If it goes 6 in the face, we will have to counter that for sure. Because I don't want them to commit the attacks into our face. But they do need to leave Dawn active. So they can go maybe 8 and 8. They discard a card for Sakazuki to get Arrested Dawn. They discard the Garp, so they can go 9. But they can't go 9 twice effectively. So if they go 9 into board, we'll block just to kind of commit them into board more because it makes them feel like we're low on counter. So they're maybe a little more confident into attacking the board here. I would love to see them commit this Dawn, but they won't do it. They're going to go 8 in the face. A good player would have gone 8 in the face. Not saying they're not a good player, but I think the right choice there would have been face because the pressure here is less because it's only a 2K versus 8 in the face would have gotten a little more pressure in my opinion. And they're going to go 8 more into board. I think once you've already committed to board, you just keep going. I don't think face is the choice. Yeah, I think if you're going to starve me out, you got to go for it. And they did not. They did not effectively starve us out. Now, the question is, how do we do things here? We're going to go 10, 10, blocker, 7 face. But do we just lose on the clapback? 3 attacks, 2K, 2K, 1K. Stopping this from attacking was kind of rough, I'm not gonna lie. Because they counter. Dang. They have a lot of cards in hand, and the Pheasant Peck just gets out of the attack. So where's the pressure? We have to control board, or we just kind of lose. We don't have draw power other than Koby. And Koby would draw us 1 card, but it could just be a brick. So if it's not like Helmeppo, we would be in a tough spot. Because even Helmeppo would still only play out a Koby, then that Koby would draw us a card. Do we ever just go 8s? 8, 8, Koby, 5 into board just to draw a card, 2 for the Rosinante. Oh, I don't love this. I think we go 10 into Sakazuki and see what happens. Because that still leaves us enough Dawn to Koby and Rosinante, and still swing 8 with the Helmeppo and 5 in a face. Maybe going 5 in a face would have been the right choice first. If they take that, then we split into leader. It's forcing them to counter the 5 into face. That would have been the right choice. 5 with leader into face. Then that guarantees they counter. That would put them down to 3 cards in hand, which is going to be a Pheasant Peck, which would get out of one of the attacks. They discard a card, draw a card. Then they still have 2 cards in hand, though. They already commit the Pheasant Peck. They have to trash a card in hand, which is another Garp. Dude, that's all 4 of their Garps. Ugh. The fact that they wouldn't have a 1K would be stupid. But I don't think we can't commit directly into board here. It's put us in a tough spot, man. Another Ripper would be nice. Now that we can, if we swung 5 now, they would just get out of it, or they would just take, because we don't run Rush, right? Or at least we could, but not for 7 Dawn. That would actually effectively get us game, because 8-drop Dragon would be an option, but it's just not here for us. So we should have swung the 5 first to get 1 card out and really hand check them. So now we've already committed to the 10. We have to do this to clear up the board. The only issue is now we swing 7 into face, and it's not that good. So we should have swung the 7 first. Doesn't really matter because we have the once per turn to not have our cards removed. So it doesn't change it too much, but we are in a tough spot. 7 into face, they take this. Then we get them down. So they have to win on this turn. We have 2K, 2K, 1K. Take, counter, counter, counter. We'd have to, or block, counter, counter. So we have to counter 2 attacks here, which is the issue. That is the issue, especially when they're all 8K attacks. So they could just go 1, 2, 3, 8. Red Rock. Well, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. They could Red Rock the Koby, but they didn't choose the Koby here. Well, sometimes you choose incorrectly. We should put the Ripper on the bottom, actually. I think they just lost the game because of that choice. I think they just lose the game, but I don't know. It would depend if we had 10 Dawn split between the 5 characters. They could go 5 Dawn on leader, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would be 9, 9, 9, 10, 10. That would have been what they could have swung, but they chose not to. So now it kind of depends on how they split things here. 6 we can just counter out of. 8 we can't counter. We need a 1K. We get a 1K. Perfect. Because it'd have to be 8. I guess it'd be 9, 9, 9 now. 9, 9, 9. This has to be another 1K. If this is a brick, we just lose, because now it's just 9, 9, 9. Guaranteed that's the best split in the situation. It's a 2K. We're perfect. We're gravy. That shows you, though, we would have technically... 2K, 2K, 1K, 1K. Would have gotten us out of the 10. We could have 2K, 2K'd. No, we 2K... Yeah, we 2K, 2K'd, right? The first attack? No, we just 2K'd. So, if they would have done things the correct way, 9, 9, 9, 10, 10, it would have been 2K, 2K, 1K. 2K, 1K would have gotten to 8. We would have lost. 2K, 2K, that's 4, 5, 6. So that gets us out of the 10 or the 9 here. So we just block so they don't change in the board. I mean, I guess it didn't matter because we had a block on the board. Actually, it doesn't change a thing. Funny enough. They also had the Hina earlier, which would have just shut down the blocker completely, which would have won the game. Dude, this was a hard-fought match. It was really close in the end. We keep the Ripper just in case somehow we don't get the game here. But with no Dawn active, I think we just swing 9 and just probably goes through. Yeah. 1K, 1K, 1K. If we would have pressed in on the last turn, maybe we could have gotten it. But 1K, 1K, 1K is tough. But we did see them trash a bunch of cards, draw cards. So, hey, GG's to the Kuzan. Still a close match at the end of the day. I think they just misplayed playing the Red Rock in the end. That's a tough one, man. If they get a full 4 Garps, I think you kind of just lose in combination. But hey, we got it in the end. GG's to our opponent. Let's play one more game with Koby. All right, and now let's go into a leader that got some new support, but mainly the new support comes out in OP13. We're going to take second because that's what we always like to do. No searchers, but we have the Koby and the Koby. We have the Aramaki and the Koby as well, which is really good in this match, which is making me want to keep this. That's how greedy I'm going to be in this match. I'm feeling super greedy because with Aramaki, this first turn to set up, we also get to draw a card that's going to lower our hand size, so we will get draw power. Yeah, the Going Merry, we're going to keep that in hand for now. I mean, you could just play it to play it, but we don't have anything to really use it with in tandem. so it could be discard fodder in case we don't find anything. So I think we just pass. We'll have the ability to play this later in the game. I don't think I'm too worried about playing it. We're going to go on 1k out of this. They're going to play 3 Dawn to play out probably VV to draw 2 cards. We're going to go and remove VV off the board completely. We get another one. Sheesh. I think 5 in the face would go through, but I think we just, since we don't have our trash foot up, we use the effect first. So it doesn't really matter. We can pop it with VV. We can pop the VV, but if they bounce it back, you know, we have to think about all the things in order. No, they wouldn't pop VV back. We didn't have to commit our Aramaki yet. I don't think we have to commit the Aramaki, actually, because on 5 Dawn, they want to play out a character, which is going to be Arlong more than likely. We'll swing 5 in the face. I don't think we need to commit just yet, because the Koby will pop the VV already, so we can use the Aramaki next turn to attack into whatever they play out instead, and worry about drawing then, because we can take this first attack. They only have 1 attack coming in, because they can effectively go, what, 6, 5, no, they can't really do anything. They go 5, 7, that's not really good. Oh, we just counter the 5. They go Mihawk into Arlong, discard a card. Now they're going to be able to bounce cards back to their hand. We don't have enough draw power here to find the specific pieces that I'm looking for just yet. They stop our Koby from attacking. They swing 6. They're going to bounce the VV back because we could have popped it. Maybe the Aramaki would have been a good little challenge there. We're going to take this. We're going to use the trigger to try to find a... Well... Yeah, they restood. That was good. That was a good play by our opponent. But we can easily attack into their characters through the Aramaki this turn and then clear them. The issue here is not having the 6 cost. Do we go with the 2k for counter? Do we go with Sengoku to filter, trashing 2, and then drawing some? I think the Sengoku in this situation is better. They play Perona. It's going to look at the top 5 and grab them as trigger or a card with the slash attribute type. Well played by our opponent. I think we should have popped the Aramaki then, just pop it and draw a card, filter the deck a little more. Granted, we would have drawn another Koby, which wouldn't have been good, but there's always the chance at something good. Now we can... See, I don't really want to Aramaki first into the Koby, then we don't have the ability to do other things. That would draw us a card now, though. Then we Sengoku after. We're not going to be able to commit the Dawn anyways. We play it very good. We're going to swing into the Mihawk, pop the Perona and draw a card. We get a Ripper, man. That sucks. That freaking sucks. Then we're going to Sengoku, trash Koby, and a very good to draw a card. We're now going to tap 1 for the Mini Mary. We're going to go and draw a card. It's going to find our Helmeppo finally. Could Sengoku again. Do I hate Dashigi here? I'm glad they don't have the 5 cost 7k. We could just play another Koby, actually. Yeah, I think we just play another Koby and pass, because these are going to be at least 6k bodies. So with them swinging 7s, that's just 2ks, and we have a 2k in hand. They could double 7, which would suck, and they would remove one of our Kobys, but drawing 2 cards this next turn I think is really good. Then Helmeppo, and still have the ability to play Ripper and Tashigi if we need. Then bottom deck the Tashigi after we get the value out of it to then draw cards and swing heavier into their board. I think that's all the right choices. So what I would expect here is to see a 7k from, or a 7k from Leader, and then 7k from Arlong, or they're going to go 5k. We're going to have to counter that with 1. Then they're probably going to go 7. We have the Sengoku there. So we already know we're not going to Sengoku. We could Ripper. Then 6. So they're going to go... Okay. Then another 6. And then potentially 7. They could go 7 after, just forcing cards out first. They could start clearing board to stop us from drawing cards. We're going to have Meppo into Koby. So... Good 1k, but I think we just take this. I think we do just take this. Use the trigger. We're going to look for a 2k counter. We at least do find a 2k counter here. Trash the other 2. I would love to grab the Ripper, but worrying about them swinging this 6 here, yeah, we're going to have 2k that. But now we're fully set up on this next turn to then draw all these cards. They play Law. It's going to return Arlong to play VV to draw cards. Interesting. I don't know if that's the right choice there. We're going to Helmeppo, trash Koby to play Koby, giving itself the ability to attack active. I think we just push in for 10. No. Could play Tashigi first. Do we ever play Tashigi and then draw a card? Then we can't. We could go 11. I actually think so, because that's going to give us an extra boost to the Koby. We're then going to swing 11 into the Law here. We're going to use the card action. We're going to make our Leader into a 6k. What do we want to put on the bottom? We want to put I'd like to find a Ripper again, and probably Very Good, just for more counter. We'll become a 6k leader here, so now their 2ks aren't as strong. We can also play over top of the Koby to keep him in the trash, but we already have one in trash, so I don't think we need to. They're going to counter this? 2k, 2k, 1k, 1k. Interesting. I'm going to just pop the VV and draw a card. Oh, we got Aramaki. Bro. Draw a card. Do we ever Aramaki and swing into this again? I don't think so. We're definitely going to swing another 5. Because they can't block and save it. Because we're actually fine with that. We choose no cards, we draw another card. If they block, dude, we get to swing the 7 into it. So that puts us in a good spot. Yeah, that's what I thought. Now we swing 6. And then we play out Ripper. We could go for counter, but we already have a 2k. I think we go for a blocker instead. We lose the 9k on the board, but we have another Helmeppo and another one in trash. We have a 2k now in hand. We could have done I'm the one, I am the man who will become a Navy officer. I just don't think it's good in that situation. I think we were better with what we did. So we're going to go 7 into 6. We're going to go ahead and 2k this, because then they go 6 with leader, I'd assume. Well, they play out cards first. Vanderdecken, trash a card, KO Koby. We're going to go ahead and save this, because they're going to do it again. We already know how this card works, but they're going to lose their hand size like crazy. So Aramaki to the bottom, Aramaki to the bottom, and a Bogart to the bottom. I think the order does matter, but I didn't do it in the right order. Now they can VV, draw 2 cards. Now they swing 6 with leader, bounce back Vanderdecken, or 6 into Koby, bounce back Vanderdecken to then reuse Vanderdecken with the 2. So we go ahead and counter this for 1 to keep our board. Then they swing 7, we block. They do give us the Vanderdecken, trash a card, KO the Koby. It's going to stop our draw power, but we still have draw. We were going to block out of the 7k attack. They had to leave the blocker actually active in that. Well, the 2k, 2k, 1k. But then we were going to Helmeppo into the Koby again, swing into the Law. We were going to swing again, pop the Vanderdecken, draw cards. I'm okay if they keep drawing cards, but I don't want them to keep killing my board, especially if they can use it over and over again like they do with Leader Effect. GG's. And that was the last match. I hope you guys enjoyed Koby today. I enjoyed this list a lot. Again, I appreciate you, Pete from Locals, for letting me use this. You kill it with this deck all the time. I can't even live up to the hype there, dude. I keep hyping him up. He's a really good player. I've played against him at Locals, and you've seen our game. So I appreciate you guys for watching as always. We're going to be doing some more lists this week. We actually did some ace testing, so tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to have ace and against Roger early testing with like hands-on cards. That's going to be a fun video. If you enjoy One Piece though, One Piece content, selling cards, buying cards, investing into One Piece, trading cards, playing the cards, whatever you like to do with One Piece, man, I'm your guy. Like and subscribe as always. I'll see you in the next one for the next deck profile. If you enjoyed, appreciate it, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. A peace.